Hey, how's it going, YouTube? So I haven't posted any guitar related content in quite some time, and I thought the best way to open that up again would be with one of my favorite guitars that I have not posted on this channel just yet. This is a Fender Telecaster American Professional from 2017. Pretty sure I got that all right, but it's your classic maple fretboard Tele with that butterscotch finish. So as you can see, when I was playing on this bad boy, I broke a string, so we're just going to go through, restring it, and kind of just, chill out and all that good stuff. To do this, I have the Ernie Ball regular slinkies size 10. Got my little cutting doodad. Got a Gerber Leatherman type deal to pull the strings. And this is totally optional, but me personally, I like to get a little toothbrush, maybe some lemon oil depending on how dirty your neck is, or if it's a rosewood neck, to clean out all the gunk that is in the fretboard. Alright, let's get started. So first, I'm going to detune all the strings. So on this YouTube channel, I post a lot of just random content. And one thing that I did want to mention is I'm going to attempt editing this entire video on my Galaxy Z Fold 3. And I'm going to be posting a video on that, how that goes. So if you are interested in something like that, please subscribe, leave a like and all that good stuff. And that video will probably be up very shortly after this one. Alright, now I got all the strings loosey-goosey out of there. I'm going to take them out of the guitar. Alright, now that the Tele is all nice and stringless, I'm going to get my toothbrush, and this is not the one that I use to brush my teeth, and I am going to just make sure that there's no sweaty gunkiness that is in the fretboard. Now, if you haven't done this in a while, or you really want to treat your fretboard, or if it's rosewood, I highly suggest using lemon oil. But for this, I'm just going to raw dog it with this here toothbrush, and hopefully that takes care of all of the gunk. Now, I saw a post on Reddit of this dude who had a Fender Stratocaster. I believe it was from like the 70s, and it had been passed on in his family. And it was just completely covered in gunk all across the fretboard. And that dude was like proud that he had never cleaned it. Almost like as if it was like a token of honor to have such a filthy guitar, and I thought that was pretty gross. I don't know, what do you guys think about something like that? Alright, I got my fretboard nice and scrubbed, and if this is something that you do every time you restring your guitar, then you won't really have to, get deep down and dirty with lemon oil and microfiber and all that. Just a nice little scrub-a-dub here and there keeps the guitar nice and fresh. So next, I'm going to put on the Ernie Ball regular slinkies. So how I do that is I lace it through. I give it about 2 loops around. You don't want to loop it too much because that may mess with your tuning stability. And after I get a nice little coil, I grab my Gerber or pliers or whatever you got. Make sure that everything is kind of just staying nice and neat how I like it, and give her a little pull. So after I do that, I tune it up just until it gets like nice and tight. I don't want too much tension on every string. And as I do that, I kind of shape the coil the way that I like it, so it's nice and pretty. Alright, right there is pretty good. I'm gonna get my little wire snippers, come in, and give that a cut, not too long, not too short. To where it looks nice and neat. So I'm going to get the rest of these strings on here, and then I'll be right back. So as I am on the last string here, the high E, you guys have seen, if you've been around the channel for a while, my Gibson Les Paul. Now you've seen my Telecaster. These are honestly my dream guitars that I wanted ever since I was like 12 years old. I was just wondering, what are some of your guys' dream instruments? Next on my list personally is a Fender Stratocaster. Now, I don't know if like an actual Stratocaster or just like a Stratocaster type body would be the way to go, because I was looking at like Sirs and those things are just so nice, but I don't know if it's like bad to just want it to say Fender on the headstock and not some other random brand or name or whatever. It's kind of like, I don't know, what do you guys think of that? Like having a Stratocaster or a Telecaster that isn't made from Fender, or like a Les Paul style guitar that isn't a Gibson. I'm interested to hear what you guys think about that. Also, what's your favorite Strat color? Because I cannot decide which one I would want. Okay, final snip. Okay, now that we have everything, or all the strings on the guitar, we are going to get our handy dandy little guitar tuner and get all of these strings tuned. I always hate this part. Fresh strings, you know how many fresh strings I've had snap on me? Alright, nice and fast. Just in case you guys were wondering, the tuner I'm using is the Super Snark Hertz. One thing that you always want to keep in mind when you have fresh strings on is you kind of want to like give them a little bend or whatnot. Just make sure that you play around with them so that they stay in tune over the long run. Another thing to keep in mind is if you're switching gauges from like a 10 to a 9, or even if one of the strings is a different size than the previous set that you had on before, you may need to mess with like your intonation and whatnot. If the weather's changed, you may want to mess with this doodad up here, your truss rod, but I wouldn't touch this unless you absolutely knew what you were doing. Because if you mess with that and you give it like a full turn when you only really need like a quarter or something, then you could really mess up your guitar, so you don't want that. So I'm just going to do some quick bends on the 7th fret. some pulls. Still, honestly, kind of sounds pretty in tune, but I'm going to give it a nice little check anyways. So you may want to repeat that process a few times. New strings always fall out of tune quite a bit more, and once they have really settled in, then I find that they are good to go. So let's give this a quick little plug in and see how they sound. Something about like getting that toothbrush and really getting in there makes this neck feel like so like smooth again, you know what I mean? It's that beautiful glossy Fender tone. Okay, well, that was a nice, fun little noodling sesh there. I hope you guys really enjoyed the video. Remember, I will be editing it on my Galaxy Z Fold 3, so if you guys want to see how that works out, leave a sub. If you guys would like to see more guitar content, please let me know what you'd like to see in the comments down below. I really do enjoy making these videos. Other than that, I really hope you guys enjoyed this nice little just chill guitar string changing thing with the Telecaster, and I'll see you guys in the next one. Peace.